We've been telling you here on Fox about ACORN, and you know, they are alleged to have been involved in widespread voter fraud in a number of states. Well, yesterday out in Vegas, the officials raided an ACORN office because apparently they were registering all sorts of people who were not actually going to be voting in Las Vegas.
Are you talking about the entire starting lineup for the Dallas Cowboy football team?
Yes, indeed.
Somebody might have been able to figure that out when they see that Tony Romo now lives in Las Vegas.
And Terrell Owens as well. And here's the thing, Nevada, that is a total battleground state. That can go either way. Thousands of votes could sway the election to decide who's going to be the next president. So ACORN's doing this, and then you look at their track record. In Indiana, they had 2,000 voter registration forms submitted. 1,100 were found to be illegal.
Yeah. We just heard from Eric Shawn this morning about a Fox News exclusive. He's in Missouri digging up the same thing. He had one woman who registered 4 or 5 different times with different addresses. And this is happening all over the place.
And the reason it's coming to light right now is because there was that 1-week window in some states where you could register ending on Monday. ACORN, by the way, simultaneously just yesterday announced that this has been their most successful year ever. In 21 states, they registered 1.3 million. Now, ACORN was submitting the information through apparently a voter sign-in drive known as Project Vote. And while some have said, you know, Barack Obama may be involved in ACORN, well, I've talked to the Obama campaign, and they said, look, he was not a trainer, he was not a community organizer, the campaign says, for ACORN. However, Barack Obama does have a history with Project Vote, which is involved in this out in Vegas. Here's Obama's connection to Project Vote.
Named Sandy Newman, who was running this national project called Project Vote, contacted me. He said, we need somebody to help organize voters to make sure that they turn out in the polls in the general election. And so I started working as the director of Project Vote here in Chicago, and our task was simple. It was to get disenfranchised communities, minority communities, low-income communities to turn out to vote.
All right, so there you got Barack Obama talking about his involvement in Project Vote, which, as we understand, is involved in ACORN out in Vegas, which was raided yesterday by the authorities.
And we've been telling you about the stories of them picking up homeless people on the streets and telling them they're registered. Hey, come down here, register, and vote the same day. We don't even know if they've been getting forms to show that they even live there, that they're residents of Ohio.
They don't need ID.
Not in every state, which is still unbelievable to me. Now, as we mentioned, Eric Shawn has been following this for us, and he's in Missouri this morning where he's uncovering some exclusive information for us. Eric, what have we found out?
Yeah, another Fox News voter fraud investigation unit exclusive. We are now inside the Jackson County Board of Elections headquarters in Independence Mo, of course, Harry Truman's hometown. And if you take a look, people are registering now. The deadline is 5 o'clock Central Time today. They're also casting absentee ballots. You know, everyone wants a fair and honest election in just weeks from now. But here, like elsewhere across the country, more problems with ACORN. Take a look at these ACORN forms. These are among the more than 800 voter registrations that officials here say they believe are fake, phony, more phony ACORN forms. This is the one that Gretchen, you referred to earlier. Under the name Monica Ray, ACORN registered Monica Ray 10 times. She has 3 different birth dates, 4 different Social Security numbers, 6 different phone numbers, and they don't even know if this person, Monica Ray, is real. This is what they're finding. It's really clogging up the system. And, by the way, it's illegal, a felony in most states. Charlene Davis is one of the directors of the Board of Elections. She is really angry at ACORN and says that they're coming across a lot of this.
From an election official standpoint, it makes me mad because there's so many good people out there, and that's what we're here for.
Well, Brian Miller is an ACORN lawyer. Actually, he works for Project Vote. You were just talking about that, which is associated with ACORN. He told us that it's not ACORN's fault, that they are taken in by workers who may do illegal things, and that they are the victim if there is any fraud. And he says that there is no voter fraud. Here's Brian Miller, who is the ACORN lawyer.
Most of those people were in low and moderate income communities. They are minority people who have historically been disenfranchised, and we focus on trying to register people in those communities so they can have a voice in democracy.
Well, he says it's like an employee stealing from a store, that they don't support this at all. By the way, it was news to him that there were more than 800 potentially false and fake forms here. They know of about 89 so far. Well, about these forms and all the 800, well, guess what? It says tomorrow they're going to go and be given to the FBI. But here at Fox News, we got them first as part of continuing voter fraud investigation. And as far as the registrations like they had out in Las Vegas with the starting lineup of the Cowboys, I don't know yet, though, if the starting lineup of the Kansas City Chiefs have been registered here in Independence. Back to you guys.
You know what? They're such a young team. Get a roster to cross-check. They don't have a lot of famous names like the Cowboys, okay, Eric?
That's right. And so it would be